Hey guys, this is your daily tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. I'm on here at a respectful time and it's a Friday. The weekly astrology forecast just went up. I still have to post it to a few more places. I'm eating licorice. I want to say hi to everybody. Thanks for coming on. I love you so much. You're so cute. Look at her. I don't know if you can hear. She's so cute. Yep. I love my dog. So, I just did the forecast for next week. Good fucking luck. It's a doozy. Let's talk about what's happening today because it's big. There's a lot of energy changes right now. What's up, Trey? There's a lot of energy changes right now. I don't know how your new moon was. I hope it was beautiful. I actually have to sage. That's what I have to do today. I have to sage. I sage every new moon and every full moon to keep the energies clean here. I'm a very emotional person, so there's a lot of fucking energies always escaping and leaking out. So I like to sage every new moon, every full moon. Some people only sage every full moon, right? To like purge out the old. I like to sage twice a month. My bi-monthly saging. I like to do it. But let's talk about what's happening today because it's big. Yeah, TGIF, babe. Venus is entering Capricorn. So it goes from being very fun and uplifting and, you know, romance being very fun and uplifting to it getting more serious and wanting longer term intense. And this transition will either deepen your relationship and make it go from something that was just kind of playful and fun and friendly to now becoming something very serious, right? Something that's being planned on for long term. Don't set off the alarms. For what? I think I lost you there. To something that's, you know, something that's fun and sexy to something that's long term and expected. And is requiring now a commitment, right? It's got that Saturnian energy behind it, that sense of like, commit to me kind of thing. Now, next week, you're going to really feel that transition with Venus in that, I like, if you're in a long-term relationship, it's not going to fucking matter. Because I think y'all have already had all these discussions. But if you're in a new relationship, this is when the serious discussions start of, are we together? Are we, you know, in high school, are we boyfriend and girlfriend? Is it serious? Like, can I wear your ring? You know, that kind of thing. It's going to get more serious. It's going to get more intense, or it's going to break because it doesn't want to be more intense. You know, it wants to keep things fun. It wants to keep things sexy, and it's not ready to double down and commit. And that kind of grind can really affect relationships. Could also be that y'all have been together for a while and it's like, well, where's my ring at this point? You know, those are the kind of discussions that can come up around this transition. So Venus is transitioning into Capricorn. And in Capricorn, she gets real kind of bougie, right? She expects shit. And that's why she expects like the 3D commitment. She expects the presence. There's a lot of let's invest in each other. Let's invest outwardly in each other. Let's buy something together. That kind of energy is very much expected of Venus right now. And then our moon enters Sagittarius. So Venus left Sagittarius just as the moon is going into Sagittarius. And Mercury enters Scorpio. Now, Mercury entering Scorpio, I've talked about this before. The transit happens often around this time, every single year. Oh, smoke alarms. Oh, there's a fire in the house. Yeah. So Mercury in Scorpio is the private investigator mentality. Mercury in Scorpio, and Scorpios are already very, very PI-like. They're already like, you walk into the room and Scorpio is like, you haven't even said a word and Scorpio's like, what are you up to? You know what I'm saying? And the truth is somebody's always up to something. Somebody's always hiding something. But that doesn't have to be malicious. It just has to be like some people don't want to share everything, right? And it's just that Scorpio energy wants to know what you're hiding. Wants to know what you don't want it to know. It has that natural tendency. And so when Mercury goes into Scorpio, it doubles down on that fucking energy. This is like seeking those little bits of dirt, primarily to control people, primarily to get shit over on people, right? So this can be either the information that liberates you from a really bad decision or that consumes you and controls you through blackmail. So that also can happen. One or the other. A Scorpio is a very extreme kind of energy, so it's one or the other, not very much in between. But definitely, this is where shit gets found out, right? And then the moon into Sagittarius is very fun. It's actually the easiest fire moon for me. It's very fun. It just wants to be free. It wants to be social. It wants to be friendly. It wants adventures. Like it feels safest when it's exploring new territories or going someplace. You know, it just it's like open to meeting new things, but it doesn't like stagnation. It really hates stagnation. So this is where emotionally we'll start to feel like nooses around our necks, which could prove really hard for the Venus entering, which could prove very hard for Venus entering Capricorn, which definitely wants the ring, the commitment, the laws, the signatures. Over the next 3 days, that could really make or break relationships, because Sagittarius moon's not going to feel comfortable with that. And that's kind of when we're going to like be investigating people and wondering why they're not making commitments to us, or wondering if we should make commitments to them. Like, this weekend is going to be kind of like a prelude to the really difficult week that we're heading into next week. And next week, there's just going to be a lot of clashes, especially with your family groups and friend groups versus your relationships. Like, that kind of thing is almost like, you know, what your heart wants versus what people think they know is best for you. And maybe they're right or maybe they're wrong. Whatever it is, there's going to be so much collision based on what we think is friendly and what we think is good, the greater good, versus what you want for yourself. It's going to be a big clash. It's all about that opposition between the sun, which is the self, and Uranus, which rules the community. It's all happening next week, baby. As actually, I think the sun is in opposition to Uranus right now. The sun will get liberated from that later on next week. But boy, oh boy, are all the clashes and impact happening next week, dude. Watch the, hello, hey James, watch the weekly astrology forecast. I keep saying that to people. It's like people ignore me. It's such an important video to watch every week. I've got to come and attach it over here. I gotta upload it to a lot of places. It just debuted on Astrology Motivation at 12 at noon today, which would have been like 3 o'clock Eastern time. So it just really debuted. Anyway, there's 3 planets or planetary bodies that are moving and shifting energies. Venus is shifting energies, Mercury is shifting energies, and the moon is shifting energies. These are all things that are going to impact not the daily things in our lives, the personal things in our lives. Remember, the inner planets rule our personal day-to-day. And the outer planets are kind of like the overarching energies that rule our communities, our countries, and just the general like meta-conscious. And that kind of filters down eventually through the inner planets. And the outer planets are really fucking nuts right now, man. They're squaring like crazy with the inner planets. They're in opposition to the inner planets. So it's like the greater good versus the personal good, and the personal rebellion of like, well, I want to be able to be me. Don't tell me what to do. welcome to next week. All I'm saying, welcome to next week. But this is a big day, and the color of the day is white. It's a day of planting, so plant those seeds. Jesus, guys. Moon doesn't enter Sagittarius for a couple of hours. The Mercury is almost in Scorpio, and Venus has, yes, already entered Capricorn. So I don't know what y'all want to do. I don't know what y'all want to do. This could also be a time that people get trapped in relationships for the next couple of months or for longer than they thought because somebody's just sucking you in. This energy will especially be impacting Scorpios and Tauruses. All fixed signs will feel it. All of us will feel it. Fixed signs especially will be experiencing it, but it'll really like double down and lock in Taurus and Scorpio, because Taurus is where Uranus is and Scorpio is where almost everything else is, including the sun. So, and dude, as soon as like Mercury gets in there, because Mars is in Scorpio and the sun is in Scorpio, it's like the boys club up in Scorpio. And these motherfuckers just think they know what the fuck is up, right? And then we got Granddaddy Uranus on the opposite side in Taurus being like, y'all don't know shit. Right? It's just like this clash of generations, this clash of mentalities, this clash of perception. Really, I think to show us, why are we clashing so much? Why aren't we just talking to each other? Whatever happened to that? Right? Why aren't we just talking to each other? And that's sort of like the meta-conscious lesson that we can learn, especially from next week and what this climate is trying to teach us. But in terms of personal, instead of talking about what's really upsetting you, we're going to be inclined to just be oppositional. And if somebody says, you know, I gotta say, I really don't like that person, or you see that your friends or the people that you work with or like are really clashing with somebody new that you just let into your life, you're gonna almost double down and be demanding and protective of that new person. Even if you started out just liking them, all of a sudden it's gonna be like, well, I love them because you're disrespecting me. It's like they become an area of defense, something to defend. And it's almost like, nah, dude, I'm just saying, like, I want the best for you. But we won't perceive it that way next week. It's going to be very difficult. And I think it's intentionally difficult. Like, Saturn is setting all this up as, like, the trap. The trap for, oh, who needs to learn the lessons the hard way? I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait for y'all to commit yourself to something for the next 20 fucking years. I can't wait so I can keep teaching you lessons the hard way. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait for me to trap you through your pride into something that is going to be mediocre and begrudging and not exciting for the next couple of decades. I can't wait. I can't wait, because you're going to really deserve it. And Saturn is going to go all in. And I'm just telling you, Saturn is going to go all the fuck in. To kind of trap you into those situations that you actually didn't really want, but you got yourself into because you were oppositional or somebody that you know. So understand that energy is out there. Understand that energy is, it's kind of like one of those fights that you have, those stupid political fights that people would have on Facebook or social media. Something that you were just interested in suddenly becomes something that you're just polarized in, and you just it means so much to you, and now you want to go put on your hat and get out there with your protests, and this is injustice instead of just an irritation. It's that kind of energy. It will accelerate very quickly just because you don't feel like people are listening to you. But the reason why you don't feel like people are listening to you is your pride. And in reality, that's not that they're not listening to you. It's just that they're not agreeing with you. Just because somebody doesn't agree with you doesn't mean they're not listening to you. And it doesn't mean that they disrespect you. It just means that they're not listening to you. But Mars and Mercury in Scorpio, if it's not my way and it's not said exactly the way I need to hear it, well, then people aren't respecting me, and it gets really defensive and gets really combative. And the people who succumb to that, and that's why Scorpios and Tauruses are most vulnerable to this shit. And people who succumb to that are going to be having a hard fucking time. Let's just put it that way. Having a hard fucking time. Anyway, you ready? Let's see. I don't know if I'm ready. It's a sunny, beautiful day. I just want to curl up and watch some more documentaries on Netflix. God, let me know. Oh, wish fulfillment, happiness and abundance. Or seeing something that you think is going to fulfill your wishes. But that's 9. Oh, defeat. Getting word or information that's something that you really wanted, you got to walk away from. It was kind of newer. Or that people aren't going to feel the same way you do. Or that you got to walk away. You're walking away from some sort of defeat. You're walking away. Double down, walking away. And you'll be happy you did. Double down. This defeat, you're walking away from it. See, he's walking away from all the craziness and chaos and all that shit. Leaving it behind. Happy that they did. And then we have the 7 of Cups, kind of confused why things happen the way that it happened. Where do I go from here? Right? The confusion of where do I go from here? All these options I have. I'm feeling all my feels. There's a new offer being made. You know, in this kind of lost mentality, this offer might look better than it really is. And that's the mentality I'm talking about. It's like we were really disappointed in something. And so like that one drink of water that comes through tastes like fucking Avion, you know? When really it was just out of this California tap and it's shitty. Like this is the energy where you are really inclined to give somebody way too much credit. The start of something new. You will begin something new. Oh, and something is coming to you. Oh, you definitely gonna get something. I gotta say, if it's business, it's good shit. There's an ending here. Total finish, complete end, and maybe an end to the suffering. And then we have the 7 of Wands, which is maybe just the moral high ground, sticking out and fighting, not giving up. Ooh, not giving up on something. Think about it. Take a little rest. Take a little rest. Ah, thank you, Shersby. Take a little rest. You've been fighting too hard. The die is cast. The die is cast. Oh, this is abundance. Oh, wow. The die is cast. The die is cast. And what this 8 of Wands on this side is saying is opportunities are coming through, movement is going to start to happen whether you're ready or not. Or a desire to move is going to come whether you're ready or not. And that's that 2 of Wands energy of looking at something, look at the possibility of something, you know, looking at new potential, or even just making connections. It could even be like friends introducing you to somebody, or an opportunity coming through friend. All of a sudden, it's going to come at you. All of a sudden. Let's go through the cards. We have the Nine of Cups, which is usually wish fulfillment, getting what you want, being very happy with the way things end up. But then we have the Five of Swords, which is usually some sort of defeat, some sort of tear down. With this Five of Swords, it's kind of walking away after somebody's defeated you, like picking up yourself, picking up what you have left and moving on. And this is a sense of the best thing you could do is move on. But it's interesting how it's just after the Nine of Cups. So maybe you had your hopes way up. You thought you were really going to get something, right? But it's almost like you don't, or you assume defeat. You assume defeat because you're really confused or clueless as to how people are going to make a decision, or what to do next, or even what you want. And then this offer of this offer comes through, a sense of almost like a ray of light coming through at just the right time. Bam. It's what you want. It's a new desire. It's a new opportunity. This is, the single ladies. It's the single card, but this means that abundance that has been stored up for you is finally reaching you. But then this happens, the Ten of Swords, which is an ending, and a painful ending after a series of attacks. I think you really stood your ground through a series of attacks. Through I think you just persevered through a lot of upset and pain and disappointments. And now there's just a sense of let it be what it'll be. Reflecting on all those things. I read a meme today that said, it was about talking to God. And it was said, I hope you remember to thank me when your blessings come in. And that's what this just reminded me of. Like taking a second after the blessings finally come in to remember who was always on your side. And that's got to start with the divine. Because the divine never left you, even if it was perceived that you were on your own. So, but they didn't, because this is the Ace of Pentacles. This is like, oh yeah, divine intervention is here. Divine intervention with beautiful gifts. And it's going to change your world and maybe even who you start hanging around really quickly. Okay. This is something from the past. And you know, it's interesting that it's moon cards because the moon holds our past. The energy is gaining momentum. This started a while ago. And maybe you didn't realize that the energy kept going because you gave up on it or you thought that it was rejected or something like that. But it's still there. And then we have you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. It could have to do with a fourth house energy. Also could have to do with something you birthed into life. You and your loved one are safe is something that I, as a Cancerian, always like to hear. Which means that even though things are moving really quickly, everything that was important and personal to you was safe. And then we have, what do you need to release? The waning moon. Asking you all these questions. We have a waning and waxing moon. Step out of your comfort zone, the North Node. This is something that happened a while ago. It got into momentum a while ago, getting away from where you're comfortable, and then don't let your past hold you back. These are the cards that shocked the shit out of me today in the Cancer reading. If you watch the Cancerian reading, it is crazy. Crazy that the two North Node, the North Node and the two Node cards came out. It's never happened before in a reading. And now it's just happened again. I gotta say, step out of your comfort zone and don't let your past hold you back. So behaving in a way that you normally would not behave is a good thing, or was a good thing. Taking a chance. And it's interesting that all of these are in the past. And it's saying don't let your past hold you back. This is directly related to a past disappointment. Or past self, finishing up a karmic cycle. I know, it gave me fucking chills. And it's interesting how I had such high Cancer readings last week and now I have none. Like, the views are so low. Why? I don't know. YouTube fucks me every time. Destiny. Destiny. It's all set in motion. Spiritual strength. Let it uplift you. Let it carry you. Let it be your stronghold. And shadow. I didn't expect that one. Wow. There's also a confrontation here, though. That's exactly what I saw when I saw this. There's a confrontation here. Between the moon and the sun, between your emotions and your ego. What is this destiny? You're coming head on, face to face with the worst parts of yourself. Can you resist it? Look at that. I can't, that was, ooh, kind of spooky. What is this destiny? What is this destiny? I mean, with the step out of it, with the north and south nodes here, that is destiny. Destabilization in the past. Maybe a loss of money, a loss of work, a loss of a job. A loss of work, a loss of a job, whatever it is, it inspired you to start something that you were destined to create. Something new, inspiration. It began, it's just beginning. All this new opportunity is regarding to just the start. The start as in all this time between when it started and now, it's just the roots growing. And by the end of the day, there's a sprout. Like it's brand new. It's not brand new. It's been building its root system for a while. Whoa. This is beyond me, guys. This is way beyond me. The Phoenix. There it is. There it is. The Phoenix again. You're right. Truth be told. Wow. Truth be told. That shit's coming out. Look at all those hearts. Oh, not for you. Something is not for you. That's what it says. Not for you. Ouch. So this is definitely something that you were denied. Maybe you were denied because that's the truth. The truth be told, this isn't for you. Something is not for you. This is current. You just learned this. But it's like this underlying energy, there's something bigger happening. So in lieu of a great disappointment, keep going. Because whatever disappointed you wasn't for you. You're going to find out the reasons why. But honestly, the truth be told, it was not where you were meant to be. Right? This was a bigger journey. If you could see the card, like this was, maybe I can show you. I don't know. Oh, you know I'm fucking all this shit up right here. Hold on. Can you see the cards? Like it's almost like this is the topical stuff. And then all this underlying, like, darker energy. And this is the card I keep looking at. A sense of like, all of this is happening in the shadows. The important stuff is happening in the shadows. The important stuff is happening where? The roots underneath. Oh, do you have something more to tell me? What is not for me? What is not for me? What is not for you? What is not for you? Poised and breathe and higher power. Okay. This is just ready to move forward. It's almost like God's pulling you in a different direction. But what's that direction, dude? New beginnings. Okay, thank you for still being cryptic, but that's new beginnings. Spring. We have spring in the past. Maybe something began in the spring. There's some sort of reluctancy toward this spring. Reluctancy toward a new start, right? And now it's getting a chance again. And then we have bondage. Wow. We have a new beginning. We have freedom. And then we have getting trapped. This isn't good energy coming in our future. Oh, why isn't it for me? Why isn't it for me? God doesn't want you to be trapped. He wants you to stay free and liberated. Not fall into and get stuck in a rut, get stuck in a place in time and stay stagnated. That's not what's supposed to happen. This isn't for you. You can't, not a good time right now. Not a good time to make commitments. Not a good time. Because it's going to lead to being trapped and staying stagnated. That's not for you. This momentum of the underlying stuff has to keep growing. Okay. Okay. But Lord, just being happy and finding happiness is not going to stop us from growing. Come on, man. Unexpected information or help is coming through. Friends show up for you. People got your back, yo. Trust them. I feel open and I will heal. That's a good sign. Information that your friends tell you is going to help you, I think. Or just support from people is going to help you feel better about the situation and heal. Especially after being denied something that's extremely important to you. She's got a broken heart. I don't know if somebody just got a broken heart. I tell you, I feel like it's the person with a broken heart that's in a better situation because they're liberated from the future bondage. I'm just saying. Dreams. Believe in your dreams. Something in your past made you doubt your dreams because it's coming in reverse. Not that you still don't have them, but it's almost like it's kind of like made you doubt. Or maybe you gave up on your dreams. And that's just not allowed. That's just not allowed. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Yeah, there's a higher calling here. The shit that we're fucking around with people is stupid shit and it's just distracting us. It was taken out of our way. We've got a higher purpose here. Unnecessary worries. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing solutions. Okay. it fell right on your dreams. Goals, aspirations, it fell right on those. Malachite, prosperity. There's a positive shift in your flow of divine support. Divine support. Whoa. Okay. Prosperity. There's positive shift in your flow of divine support. I feel like there are two things happening at the same time. One is sort of topical, and the topical disappointment was to motivate you, or because it wasn't meant for you. It's like it was perceived by the universal intent as a disruption or a block or a disruption or a blockage. And that's why it was removed from your way, because it would have made you stuck. And it could have made you stuck in contentment. You know, you could have been happy, you could have been content, but you wouldn't have completely fulfilled the divine purpose. The divine purpose wanted you to keep moving on and take this chance that if you were content, you may not have taken. This is all today or within the past 24 hours. You know when you kind of like get really upset when something breaks your heart, you're really disappointed, and so you take a chance that you normally wouldn't take just for the thrill, or just because you're angry and your anger pushes you to be able to do something you normally wouldn't. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that. It's spurring you to do something you normally wouldn't. Wow. Clarity. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe in the blue of the sky. Feel a gentle breeze blow through you. There is peace. There is clarity. A magical healing has just taken place. A gift from your guardian angel. Change. Life is a journey. It would be very unfulfilling if every step was exactly the same as the last. Because life is always changing, it is forever fresh and new. Allow your life to unfold gracefully. Be grateful for what was, is, and forever will be. Gratitude. Make gratitude your new attitude. The stars will shine brighter upon you. All in your world will become lighter. Okay. Hold on to your hats, everybody. We're about to enter very different energy, very new energy, and a whole different climate. And next week, it's going to be a fight to the finish. I love you all. I hope you have an exceptional weekend. Thank you for joining me for this daily tarot card reading. If you're watching this on Astrology Motivation, please remember to subscribe to the channel and like this video and share this video on your social media platforms. I hope you have a great night tonight, and I'll talk to you on Monday. Bye, guys.